was loved by all those that knew him, and the police investigation is at an early stage, and there are those people who are still in hospital. 3 people in total are injured with knife wounds. They need to speak to them to try and establish exactly what happened here.
The former Deputy Prime Minister John Prescott has insisted there's no appetite within the Labour Party for a change of leadership. Mr Prescott said Gordon Brown was the best man to solve Britain's economic problems. Labour MP Austin Mitchell agreed there was no point in the party removing Mr Brown, but said he should listen more to voters. The United Nations Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon has opened a new base in Thailand, which is intended to speed up the delivery of aid to survivors of Cyclone Nargis in Burma. Mr Ban described the site as a critical staging post that would save lives. China has condemned a meeting yesterday between Gordon Brown and the exiled spiritual leader of Tibet, the Dalai Lama. The Chinese Foreign Ministry statement described the talks at Lambeth Palace as an interference in China's internal affairs. Zimbabwe's opposition leader Morgan Tsvangirai has returned home from South Africa to campaign against Robert Mugabe ahead of the runoff in the presidential election. Mr Tsvangirai insisted he had no fears for his safety, despite a warning from his party of a plot to kill him. Peter Biles reports from Johannesburg.
Back in Zimbabwe after 7 weeks away, Morgan Tsvangirai is expected to go first to a private clinic in Harare to see victims of the recent political violence. Hospitals have been struggling to cope with admissions as a result of what's widely perceived to be a government campaign of intimidation against opposition supporters. Before leaving Johannesburg this morning, Mr Tsvangirai said he was excited to be going home. He's brushed aside worries about his security, although last weekend he postponed his return, claiming there'd been a government plot to kill him. The governing ZANU-PF party denied this.
There's growing opposition in the Italian city of Naples to new measures aimed at clearing the streets of rubbish. Refuse has been piling up there since the city's landfill sites were declared.
Despite fears that he might be assassinated, but speaking as he left Johannesburg, he insisted that he felt quite safe. The second round of voting is due to be held at the end of next month. And the weather, most parts will be dry with sunny spells this afternoon. However, a few showers are likely to break out in central and southern parts, where it will also become quite breezy. Heavy rain will affect the south tonight, although central and northern areas will stay dry. And we'll hear wind gusts tomorrow for you as well. Western Scotland, Northern Ireland and the north of both England and Wales will be dry and sunny. Eastern Scotland will be rather cloudy. Elsewhere it'll be wet and windy with some heavy rain in southern England. That's the BBC News and Weather at 3 minutes past 1.
And that was a far-sighted David Cordis. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, the second chance to hear our lunchtime concert from last Monday, which came live from Whitmore Hall in London and was given by the cellist Han Na Chang. She plays solo cello music.
건널 거리가 쪽이겠습니다.